And we are thrilled to welcome Grammy Award winner and platinum solo artist Scott Stapp and Grammy Award-winning musician Mark Tremonti from Creed. Gentlemen, it's been a while. Where should we begin? Let's start with you, Scott. When you first heard that the Texas Rangers were blasting Creed in their clubhouse on this incredible playoff run they are on, what was your reaction?
You know, it was surreal. I didn't know what to make of it. I mean, my first instinct was just, what? I couldn't believe it. And then I was just so excited to see the team rallying around the song and Creed's music, and just became a Rangers fan right then.
I can't say that I blame you. So, Mark, you and the rest of the band make the trip to Arlington back in Game 3 of the ALCS, and you guys participate in a sing-along of your hit song, Higher, in between innings. Can you put us in that moment, and what was that like for you all?
Yeah, you know, we drove up and we got to go to the entrance where the team goes in. I had my kids. We all had our kids with us, and they think that we're cool now. And we got up there in the box, and we were right next to the Dude Perfect guys. I think they have 100 million followers on YouTube, so my kids think I'm even cooler. And then the stadium starts singing our songs with us. So it was surreal, and we're so extremely proud to be a part of this. So such
a fabulous scene. Scott, then the Rangers, what happened? They go on to lose their first game of the series. So big question: are you guys planning to run it back for a World Series game to try to spark a win the second time around?
Well, I tell you what, we were on the edge of our seats like, oh no, what just happened? So we got back from Arlington, and we're watching the game in Houston, and we're all on a group text, just inning by inning, out by out, back and forth. And to see them come back like they did and play those two incredible games was a big win all the way around for the Rangers and for us. And I was talking to my manager earlier today, and I was like, it's crazy how Higher brought the Rangers together as a team and helped them rally. And the Rangers have brought Creed together as a band and kind of reignited our relationships and friendships in a new and different way. So it's been a win for everybody. And so, I hope we get the call. I know baseball is superstitious. I know when I played, I was very, very superstitious. And so I think with the loss, they're probably going to wait and see what happens before they invite us back out. That's my best guess.
You said you were very superstitious. What, you didn't change T-shirt or pants or belt or what?
Well, when I was on a hitting streak, I would take my bat and I'd bring it home after every game. I'd clean it, wipe it down, get it looking spotless, and then I'd sleep with it. So, it is what it is.
I'm just learning this now.
Ooh, breaking news. I love it. Awesome. Mark, the Creed vibes. I mean, this is a good kind of contagious. The Creed vibes have permeated into other sports. Now with the Minnesota Vikings, their quarterback, Kirk Cousins, crediting your tunes as inspiration for their 2-game winning streak. What is it about your music that gets people hyped even after all this time?
I have no idea, but we're so happy that it's doing that. It's every day I wake up now and I get text messages from my friends from around the country. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? And it's blowing us away. So there's just something about our music, I guess, that makes people want to go out there and hit home runs, I guess, and throw touchdowns. So it's a pleasure to see it happen.
It's kind of like the value of social media, right? And YouTube, keeping these great videos, keeping your great music alive. Right, Scott?
I guess so, man. It's such a gift and such a blessing to still be a part of pop culture after all these years. And I guess we have social media to thank for that. God bless the memes.
Unless you're one of them.
Hey, you got to embrace it.
Exactly. Let's talk about all of this great attention. And it's for a good reason. Great hype with you guys. Got to ask you both about the performance at halftime way back when. I mean, we all remember it. It was Thanksgiving in 2001. Cowboys hosted the Broncos. That halftime show has taken on a life of its own 22 years later. What do you guys remember about that performance? Starting first with Scott.
I mean, it was a dream come true for me, being a lifelong Dallas Cowboys fan. to get that invitation, to get to meet Jerry Jones and the team and the entire Jones family was a dream come true. And so it was an immediate yes. Looking back, I didn't know that we had a little bit of say in the production, and we didn't exercise that option during that time because I think we were just so excited about the opportunity to play. But it was just a dream come true for me.
Yeah, and it was a terrifying experience as well. It was the second biggest viewership of the year, I believe it was at the time. And when we saw all the production behind us, people flying in the air, and I think there must have been 50 people out there performing with us. So it was something else. And you don't really get to rehearse too much for something like that. I think we ran through the song once before it was live in front of I don't know how many hundreds of millions of people. So it was a great day.
Yeah, you would never know that because it was perfection. And also, you brought up the people flying through the air. I mean, people have to realize back then, I know they do that now in concerts all the time, but back then, that was kind of a new thing.
It was.
I guess so. I mean, and shirtless and shirtless to boot,
Yeah.
It's become quite a meme, and it's crazy how things like that start off being kind of funny and poking fun have turned something into keeping us in the conversation after all these years and keeping our music alive and still connecting with people. So, hey, it's crazy how things work out.
A lot of good stuff in the present for you guys and in the future. So, Scott, you have a new solo album that drops in March of next year. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, it's called Higher Power, and it's an album that I spent a couple years working on, and it kind of is just a journey of my life experience at the time I was writing the record, and a reminder to me that I'm never alone and that I always have God to turn to in the most difficult times in my life. And so the album kind of takes you on a journey through the process of reconnecting with your faith, rediscovering your faith through some of the darkest times that you can experience. And I'm continuing to try to do that and live that one day at a time. So I'm excited to share that with people.
A lot of people can relate to that for sure, Scott. And now that Creed has returned to the national spotlight, Mark, what's next for you guys as a band?
We have a big announcement on the 30th that the world will see, and we're very excited about it. But before then, we're going to go on a cruise in April. We have 2 cruises, so it's going to be a Creed cruise the summer of '99. And we got a bunch of great bands, a lot of our friends going out with us, and we couldn't be more excited about it.
Thank you so much. Scott, Mark, we're so thrilled for you. Thank you for taking the time to be with us on SportsCenter. And maybe we'll see you at I don't want to jinx it, at a Texas Rangers parade after the World Series.
Fingers crossed, let's do this.
Higher power.